so interesting in chiropractic, in any business for that matter. Wouldn't matter if you were a dentist or if you were a attorney trying to attract new and high value cases. People want to grow. They want to be more successful. They don't really know what successful means. They might think it's make more money, might think it's see more patients, get more new ones, be able to have production in a tighter schedule. See, what is successful to you? Most people, what they really want is different than what they say they want. They say they want this and they say they want that because they're supposed to. They've heard everybody else parrot it for years. But really what they want is, I just want to be able to kick back more. I want to be able to go do this more. Or I want to get better at this. Or I want less feeling of stress. I want to deal with insurance companies less. I want what? We want to get to where those are lined up. What you really want and what you say you want are the same thing. They come into focus. And only you know what that is. My job in the consultant world is to show you how to get what you want if you know what it is. Now, one interesting thing here among chiropractors is, see, you can grow to a certain level on personality, on because you went back to where you knew a lot of people, or you went to an area and you stayed there for 10, 15, 20, 30 plus years and started to build a following. And if you have a decent office visit time, you will naturally fill to a certain level, okay? That's the majority. Some will do things that are above average and some won't. Remember now, it's going to look like this, okay? Some here are going to be doing really well. Okay, some will be doing pretty darn good. A lot will be doing this. There'll be a handful like that. You're somewhere on the scale here. I'm going to call this over here 1DC collecting 2 million a year. That's what that is. Okay, this rate here is about 1 million a year. All right. You're somewhere here, but you want to move this way, okay? All right. Now here's my point. You can get to wherever you can get with the way you're doing things. But if you want to get to the higher levels, and I mean higher levels for you, you may have been in practice for years and it kind of looks like this. And if you want to do that right there and grow that much, or if you're here and you want to go to do something that looks like that, okay? There's requirements for that. And let me give you an idea here. It's the point of the whole training. Many chiropractors basically wing it, okay? But no real high-level businesses wing it. They've got incredible statistics. They've got incredible goals. They're having meetings. They're checking in. They've got metrics. Many times they're shareholders and analysts and scrutiny. But I'll let you in on one of our Winner's Edge secrets. It's one of our many inventions, something that only we have because I invented it, that is vital. If you want to grow to another level, this is essential. Listen carefully. What's your best visits ever on a Monday, on a regular Monday? What's your best visits ever on just a regular Tuesday, not a special Tuesday like a patient appreciation day, or somehow you came back after a holiday or something like that, after being gone for 8 days and you stacked everybody on the day? What's your best visits on a regular Tuesday? What's your best visits on a regular Wednesday? What's your best collections exactly to the dollar for one day? On a normal day, not a special day. What's your best collections in a week, in a regular week? I mean to the dollar, not, oh, it's about 30. No, it's 32,841. See that? What is your best collections in a month ever? See? Now, some of you have a vague idea, but most of you really don't know. Now listen carefully. If you don't know, okay, you want to grow. You want to have new best numbers. How can you have new best numbers when you don't even know what your current best numbers are? And the answer is you can't. How can you get to point B when you don't even know where point A is? This is so basic and so simple, okay? But once again, only we have it, which is why we take average chiropractors and make them exceptional. And we take the exceptional chiropractors and it's just the stratosphere, okay? It's like new levels never seen before, okay, in the modern era, okay? Of course, in years past, the chiropractors of those days would just, of course, smoke everybody today because the work ethic was so much more, our education was so much better, okay? Our sacrifice was much greater, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday and half a day Sunday for 40 years. And now we've got people going, Tory, I have a 3-day-a-week schedule and I want to do this. Like, ooh. Let's never confuse efficiency with laziness. See, efficiency is good to a certain point, and then it actually converts and it turns into laziness and stupidity. See, there's a window of where it's good. Like if you're dehydrated, more water is good until it's too much and until you drown. You see that? Okay? So more of something isn't always better. The right amount is what is better. Now, back to this. So one of our techniques is we have to keep track of our bests. Okay? And we have certain categories that we keep track of, just like I was describing. All right? On a little sheet. In fact, here's what it looks like. I'll just show you what it looks like. Okay? Troy, can I get a copy of that? Well, if you're a Winner's Edge member, you already have it, and a video training, and the actual sheets and the PDF all ready to go. There. Okay, it looks like this. It's just a little square sheet like this. And we keep track of our bests. I will promise you, if you're a sprinter, you know what your best time is. I will promise you, if you're in gymnastics, you know what your best score is. I promise you, if you're a diver, you know what your best score on a dive is. And if you're a chiropractor, nobody knows what their bests are, but everybody runs around and wants to have new ones and break records. What are your records currently? I don't know. Well, how can you break it if you don't know? See how simple it is? But these are high-level, basic business skills, all right, that, of course, we teach. So we have to have what our bests are and then what our goals are. So we have to know exactly what our bests are and then exactly what the next little goal is. For example, if your best visits on a Monday is 127 visits, your goal is 130. Just like that. You always have to know what your best is and what your goal is. Okay? The human being is moving through time and we're moving through space. And we're always moving toward something. Anabolic, catabolic, prosperity, okay, or financial deficiency. You get the idea? You're moving towards something all the time. So it is vital, and it's the core of all Winner's Edge teaching, that we must keep planted in the cybernetic mechanism, the brain, where we are going. And we use numbers to do that. So we always have numbers for what our next little goal is, and like for a week is, and what the goal for the year is, and what the goal for next year is. So we are always moving through space toward targets. Okay? We're not just kind of just showing up and just hoping, oh, I really hope I break a record next year, versus knowing you'll break a record. It's just a matter of when. And by the way, this is just the setup to keep your mind on target, and then the real high performer and the high performer coach working with clients, okay, actually knows the plan to do it. Some people might have some goals, but they have no idea what the requirements are. If I do this, this, I get this. You, and every chiropractor you know probably, you think if I do this, I get this. But you'll have it all wrong. You'll say, if I get a bunch of more new ones, and if I... No, it's what you have to do to get the new ones. It's like saying, if I get a bunch of trophies, I'll be a better golfer. No, you have to, if I practice for 2 hours every single day, 1 hour on the range and 1 hour on the putting green, and I play 4 rounds of golf every single week, in 6 months, I will improve to this. You see that? What you have to do for the work, the cause, to get the effect, the result. There's a big distinction here, and I'd have to go over this with you personally, because you have to be trained to be able to do this. But of course, we're training the most successful and high-performance chiropractors in the world, and this is a core component of how it is done. Okay? So, closing point, you have to know what your bests are so you can have accurate goals and so you can actually move toward reaching them. Tory out.